What does it mean to let go of what doesn't serve you? Life is a journey. It starts with a childhood where you learn to interact with others on the playground and share your favorite toy. Soon, you move into young adulthood with its vast emotional attachments and desire for independence. Next, you are headed into full-blown adulthood with all the trimmings: jobs, relationships, kids, mortgages, and debt. In each stage, you have relationships and belongings that you love and others that you don't need. Finally, you find yourself old and wondering what in the world happened. The key is learning to let go of what doesn't serve you and keep what does. Learn what it means to let go of what doesn't serve you. The phrase is across the internet, but what does it mean? And how can you apply it to your circumstances? It all begins by understanding what the term serve means. Once you know that, you are in a fantastic position to release and hold only what makes a quality life. Definition of serve. Generally speaking, to serve is to be useful or to be of use. Your server at your favorite restaurant is of service when they bring you that delectable platter of food you've been craving. Determining what no longer serves you. This looks different to everyone. Look for what makes you doubt who you are or want to become. Think of those items or relationships that drain you mentally, emotionally, and physically. Examples. You might think of these things in categories. A. Internal. This category includes your belief system, values, goals, duties, and obligations. B. Behavioral. What habits, hobbies, commitments, or other pursuits are eating up your life? C. Physical. These can be as simple as clutter in your home to the vacation house you never seem to use because you have to work all of the time to afford it. D. People. You might find this the most challenging category because it could mean looking at relationships. There are also the roles you hold, groups you are part of, and connections you've made. Where to start letting go? It is helpful to start with a brainstorming session. Next, take a category and decide the steps you need to take. Then go for it. Go through each type and write down everything you believe has stopped serving you. It's time to let go of those people, items, or emotions that stop you from moving forward toward your goals. Why is it important to let go of what doesn't serve you? Throughout life, we experience situations that leave a lasting mark. We accumulate items that bring us joy or serve a particular purpose. There comes a time when you reach a fork in the road toward your personal growth. You can take one lane and everything stays the same. You have the same job, friends, and routines. The other path takes you on a new adventure with possibility, new friends, a business venture, or other opportunities. However, it comes at a price. You must let go of things that no longer serve you. You may understand what that means, but do you know why it is vital to your growth? Why letting go of what no longer serves you is critical to your well-being. Choosing what to let go of looks different to each of us. It may mean letting go of stuff and clutter, a horrible job situation, or a previously valued relationship. Each case has different levels of difficulty, but you and your well-being will enjoy the benefits of letting go. 1. You regain emotional energy. If one of the things you need to let go of is a grudge, then you know the amount of energy you have spent in anger and hurt. But to what end? You may have inadvertently pushed away friends and family while living in your pain. Stop the energy suck by forgiving the culprit and moving on to better things. 2. You regain your identity. A painful relationship may leave you questioning who you are. Letting toxic relationships go allows you to rediscover who you are and dream about what you'd like to do with your future. 3. You open the opportunity for change. Keeping yourself tied to the same job because of fear prevents you from jumping on opportunities to get that new career or start a business. Let go of the fear and embrace the possibilities. 4. You rediscover your joy. When you dread going to your job or going out to dinner with your critical in-laws, you have lost your happiness. It may be time to re-look at your career choices and find ways to limit contact with your extended family. 5. You regain focus. In our distracted society, the day-to-day stuff in our lives burdens us all down. Smartphones and social media have a way of keeping us from focusing on what matters. Regain your focus by putting the phone down and letting go of the need to be constantly scrolling through social media. Moving forward to reach your goals requires letting go. It's vital to your success. So why not start today? Why you need to let that anger go. Many of us have been taught that anger is a bad thing. Your parents, teachers, and other authority figures reminded you to rein in your outbursts. You have probably shared that with your kids or others. Yes, there are times when getting angry helps you. It might spur you on to change. However, holding on to anger can affect you, your relationships, and your health. When you strive to let go of those things that don't serve you or your goals, letting go of anger should be at the top of your list. How anger harms your health and well-being. Think about the last outburst you had. Do you remember how your body tensed up? Did you see fear creep into your partner's eyes as your face turned red? Uncontrolled anger will cost you many things, including your health. Here is how living in a state of rage hurts your overall well-being. Your heart breaks. This isn't heartbreak from losing the love of your life, though it could happen. Outbursts may put you at greater risk of a heart attack. Repressed anger is no better, as it may be associated with heart disease. Your stroke risk increases. Some studies suggest that you may be 3 times more likely to have a stroke after an outburst. Your immune system takes a hit. Want to ward off sickness? Get rid of the anger. It's possible to lose some significant infection-fighting power when you stay angry. Your anxiety may skyrocket. Anger may exacerbate your anxiety, making day-to-day living much harder. Internalized anger may do the most damage. Your lifespan may be shortened. Anger causes your body to live in a constant state of stress. Stress is linked to your overall well-being. That's to say, staying angry equals a short lifespan. 3 tips to start letting anger go. Anger robs you of reaching your goals and dreams. Here are 3 steps to help you rid yourself of residual anger. 1. Determine where the anger comes from. Are you angry at your upbringing? Did you have an ex-spouse do you wrong? Now is the time to figure out why you are mad so you can let it go. 2. Institute some relaxation techniques. From meditation to deep breathing, finding the relaxation techniques that work for you will ensure you are headed in the right direction. 3. Take a time out. Sometimes you will need to remove yourself from the situation or people. If at all possible, do so. The break will help you step back, assess the situation, and cool down. Anger doesn't have to rule your life. Choose to let it go and replace it with constructive personal growth. 4 preconceived notions we should probably let go. We all have them, those nagging thoughts that creep up when we want to pursue a new career or other personal goals. Preconceived notions hold you back from being the best you possible. They stop you from stepping out and taking needed risks. Your growth should not hinge on the faulty views of yourself and your abilities. Instead, grab the reality that you can attain any goal when you let go of your preconceived notions. 4 preconceived notions that are holding you back. When you decide to grow personally or professionally, you may immediately stop as doubt moves in. This often comes because you have preconceived notions that you will not be successful. Once you realize that these ideas are holding you back, you have everything you need to start your success journey. Lack of experience. How often have you let an opportunity pass you up because you didn't feel like you had 100% of the requirements? How else will you gain experience if you don't try? The willingness to learn is the best skill you can have to thwart any lack of experience. Go ahead and apply for the new position or take the leap into a new adventure. Lack of education. It all starts with comparing ourselves to others. You may look at a coworker who seems light years ahead of you in the intelligence arena, but in reality, they are not. You might let your background affect your confidence and tell yourself that you don't have the right degree. Many times, digging in and trudging through the trenches gives you more education than a college degree. Wrong time. You are looking for the perfect time to start your blog or take up skydiving. You calculate and plan, but you never execute. Remember, the best time to start anything is now, because time will keep moving even if you are standing still. Do you want to look back a year from now and see that you have not made any progress? Too much knowledge. If you believe you have reached the pinnacle of what you can learn, consider revisiting that idea. Knowledge is power. It can also keep you from growing as a person. Instead, look for new adventures that take you out of your comfort zone. You may find you still have lots to learn. Embrace the path of continued growth when you ditch your preconceived notions. Gain the upper hand in your life when you let go of your bad habits and replace them with positive ones. 3 emotions you should let go. Emotions are part of our everyday life. None of us will go through a day without experiencing some kind of emotion, be it fear, anger, happiness, or joy. Some people hang on to negative emotions instead of feeling them and letting them go. If you tend to hold on to your negative emotions, you may find that your life is affected, including your relationships. It can hinder the pursuit of goals. If left alone long enough, you may look back on your life with regret at the wasted years. Release these 3 emotions for greater personal growth. There is a time for experiencing all of your emotions. You don't want to get stuck in the quagmire of these 3 negative emotions, however. 1. Regret. Who hasn't second-guessed their decisions? Maybe you are going through some financial stress and wish you hadn't bought that expensive new truck. You might wish you would have chosen a different career or spouse. There will be times when you will regret some of your choices. However, you don't want to get stuck looking back so much that you stop living in the present and planning for your future. It's okay to look back and feel the emotion, but don't stop there. Learn the lesson and move on with your life. 2. Anger. Getting mad happens. You may have an off day and yell at your kids or partner for a simple mistake. Other times, you might have a good reason to be mad, but you refuse to work through it. Instead, you want to hang on and carry a grudge. Anger affects your health. It also pushes your loved ones away. Don't let anger control your life and reduce your chances of future happiness. Learn healthy mechanisms to control your outbursts. Extend forgiveness, even if the other person doesn't ask for it. You are releasing the pain that has been defining you. That is a huge step in personal growth. 3. Disappointment. This close cousin to regret, disappointment, is directed at other people when they don't live up to your expectations. For example, your coworker failed to do their part for the upcoming presentation. You may be a little mad, but you are disappointed because you have always known them to be reliable. Living in a constant state of disappointment will affect your relationships. You may come across as cynical and push people away from you. Understand that people will disappoint you, but you don't have to turn your disappointment into distrust. It's critical to offer some grace and move on. You will always have to handle your emotions, but when they threaten to overwhelm your happiness, then it is time to let them go.